Going to talk about two big fat lies that I hear all the time. And I'm going to give you a little bit, I'm going to give you a little bit of perspective on those two big fat lies. So I hope you will join me live and share something, talk to me, tag a friend who's in this group, and I hope this is helpful. And in the comments, when you watch, again, please let me know where you're watching from. And if you watch on replay and you have a question for me, tag me in the comments with your question, because that way I am for sure to see it. So I'm going to jump right in because I actually have my weekly group call with one of my groups in my 5 to Thrive program at 5 o'clock. And I think that's like in 10 minutes. So I'm going to jump right in. I'm going to start with number 2. The second most popular big fat lie that I hear a lot from people that we tell ourselves and we've convinced ourselves that's true is that we don't have motivation or we don't have willpower to lose weight, get healthy, whatever it is actually in life that you want to do. I lack the motivation or I lack the willpower. And I often hear people will say, I really want to join your program. So when I get a little bit more motivation or when I think that I have more willpower, then I'm going to jump in your program and I want you to help me lose weight. And the reality is that that's never going to happen. You will never be my client if you are waiting for motivation and willpower, because those really do not exist in any kind of sustainable way. Those are like fleeting feelings that we feel, that they are absolutely not anything that is going to help you lose weight. It is never going to help you keep that weight off. You are never going to get healthy if you wait to be motivated and have willpower. And I can tell you that from my own experience and from working with hundreds of women and helping them lose weight and keep it off. It had nothing to do with being motivated or having the willpower. Again, those are like fleeting emotions. And you'll see this in yourself and in others when you get excited about doing something and you're like all gung-ho. And then after like a day or two or a week or whatever, you do nothing. And it often happens when you do like these fad diets. You'll go on a diet. You'll even join like some commercial program that one of these big celebrities endorses. And you think like, this is the thing, like it's this great thing. They're going to do the food for me. It's all prepackaged food. I'm so excited. And you do it and you stick to it because you're really motivated at first. And then that feeling leaves and you get bored or the food sucks. Yeah, the food always sucks. And you just don't feel like doing it anymore. You don't have that excitement about it anymore. You don't have the willpower. You don't have what you thought was like that urge to do it anymore. So you drop off. And if you were able to lose anything when you first started, that comes back right away. And usually even more comes back. So let me tell you a little bit different way to look at this. It has nothing to do with motivation, you guys. It has nothing to do with willpower. Here's what it really has to do with. It really has to do with a deep commitment to wanting to make change. And I know that might sound hoity-toity or flighty or like, what does that actually mean? Well, I will help you discover what that actually means. But it really is about it's about a commitment rather than being motivated. And I'll give you an example. You are often not motivated to get up and brush your teeth in the morning to go to work, right? You may not be motivated to go to that job, but you do it because you have a commitment and you have a reason for doing that work. It may be the paycheck, it may be on a deeper level, whatever it is. You are not motivated to get up and go to work every day, but you do it. Another example is most of us, when we become parents, we may be initially excited, but after like the first month of getting up at 2 a.m. and doing feedings for a kid that doesn't sleep more than an hour or two at a time, you're not really motivated to get up and feed your baby, but you're committed to it surviving infancy, right? So that's what I mean by it has nothing to do with the motivation. has everything to do with the commitment. And I hear this all the time, like, I'll do this when I get motivated. No, that's backwards. In reality, your motivation and your willpower is actually a result of your commitment, of learning how to develop strategies and habits that become self-discipline, and it becoming a part of who you are, not what you do. Does that make sense? You guys drop comments and let me know if this makes sense as I go along, or if you're like, what the hell are you talking about? So really, it's about you putting yourself in an environment and with the structures and the guidance to give you the know-how so that you can develop the habits and the self-discipline to actually stay committed, so that you then have the motivation to do it on your own. And it's not about like this fleeting feeling. It's more connected to who you are, who you want to be, how you want to act, how you want to exist in this world, and the life that you have. Does that make sense? So you don't lack motivation. You don't lack willpower. I promise. That's just a lie that we tell ourselves, and we're conditioned to believe it. It's not our fault. Everything in this world is set up for us to believe that we have to be motivated to do something. And it's just so wrong. I talk with my clients about this in the first week of the program, and we get that whole thing set. So they're like, oh my gosh, okay, now I get it. And we connect in a whole different way that it doesn't have anything to do anymore with like week 6, 8, 10, 12. They're not saying I'm not motivated to get up and work out, because in week 1, we left that idea of what motivation is, and I gave them strategies to put in place so that they start developing habits and self-discipline, and they just do it, you guys. It's freaking amazing when you change that perspective and you have someone to actually guide you through how to do that. So that's the second biggest lie that we tell ourselves. The very first biggest lie, this is numero uno, and I hear it all the time. I actually used to say it. I'll admit I used to say it. I hear, I'm too busy, or it may come out like I don't have time. Such a lie. I want you to think about it this way. Instead of you having the time, because we are busy. We are freaking busy professional females. There's tons going on in our lives. But instead of thinking about you having the time, where are you going to fit it in? I want you to think about making the time. You've probably heard that a million times, but I'm going to give you a little bit different way to think about it. You find the time to do the things that you value, that you find worthy. I'm going to say that again. You always find the time to do the things that you value and that you find worthy. You always find the time to spend with someone you love, who you believe is worthy of your love. You always find the time, if you're parents, or you make the time, I should say, to be at your child's side when he or she is sick, or he or she has an event at school, or a sporting event, or whatever it is. Now, you may miss some of those occasions, but the things that you place value on, that you find worthy, the people and the things that you place a value on, you find time to do it. So I'm going to flip the script around and ask you if you find yourself worthy enough to make time to be healthy. And I'm not talking about for vanity reasons. I'm talking about losing that extra 40, 50, 60, 100 pounds that is crushing the heart in your chest. That's putting so much pressure on your organs that if you don't have health issues now, you will later. The time to spend on making choices in your life that keep you from or get you out of being diabetic or having high blood pressure or high cholesterol, or put you in an even higher risk of heart disease or coronary attack or any number of health-related, obesity, health-related issues that some of your family members have already suffered from. Do you find yourself worthy enough? Do you have enough place enough value on your own worth to make the time to avoid that. And it doesn't take a lot of time. I'm telling you, this whole idea that you have to work out 30 minutes a day, 6 or 7 days a week, that's bull. My clients work out 20 to 25 minutes a day, 3 days a week. That's it. And they lose 20 pounds or more in 90 days. I show them exactly how to do it. It's about having a plan and a strategy and a commitment and making the time and putting worth and value, placing value on yourself. And if you don't have it now, if you don't have that belief in your own worth now, I want you to think about the people who do value you, who you love, your kids, maybe your spouse, your partner, your parents, your siblings, whoever that is, your best friends, whoever you're closest to that love you enough and they value you enough. Even if you're not at the place where you're valuing yourself, do you love them enough and place enough value on them to keep yourself healthy? I mean, that's some deep shit for you to think about. And I'm dead serious about this, because if you're not taking care of yourself, all of those things that you think are way down the line and you have time to figure them out, you don't. I woke up and in a blink, I was 52 years old about 2 weeks ago. I don't know where the hell all that time went. Thank God I figured out that I am worthy enough to spend a little bit of time making better choices. And it does not have to be that you're a fitness freak or a foodie. You just have to make a little bit of time and have someone show you how to make better choices. And I'm going to bring it down a couple of notches. You find time to scroll the internet. You're finding 10 minutes to watch me on Facebook Live. You find time to binge Netflix. Lord knows I have in the last few days as I've not felt well. We always find time for shit like that, but we don't have time to spend 10, 15, 20 minutes a day exercising a couple of days a week. We don't have time to make a few different choices. I'm not talking about like going all out and food prepping. I don't teach that shit. I teach you how to do doable, sustainable, lifelong, simple things that you can implement in your life. You don't make time for that? Come on. But you make time to scroll social media and watch everybody else's beautiful fake lives? Come on, you guys. And I'll take it a different direction right before I leave, because somebody tell me what time it is. I'm getting on a roll and I know I need to go meet with my crew. So, you know who Jeff Bezos is? You know, like a multi-billionaire who's like killing it on Amazon from all of us during this pandemic. Did you know that in about 2008, see, I can't even, like, we're in the 2000s. At about 2008, 2009, he just decided that he wanted to live long enough to spend the money he has and give it to charity and do all the things. And I'm not, this isn't about like, are you in favor of, or what are the politics of somebody is or not, or whatever. I'm just saying the man's busy, right? He decided in about 2008, 2009, you can look up photos of him. He decided that he wanted to be around long enough to build this legacy and have the money that he has. And he's obviously succeeded. You think he's busy? Hell yeah, he's busy. He decided to start working out and making better health choices, better food choices. Find a picture of him from about 2017 on. Looks like a completely different person. Looks like we went from fat, bald, old guy to like more Vin Diesel-ish. Still bald. I'm not going to help you grow hair, but I can help you take care of your body inside and out. So my point is, people who are way busier than you find time to make time in their lives to take care of themselves. I hear all the time, like, I have 3 kids. We have to go to extracurricular activities. You know, I'm going to football. I'm going to soccer on Saturday mornings. I don't have time then. I already get up early to go to work and pack my kids' lunches and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I have a demanding full-time job. Yep. And do you know people who also have demanding full-time jobs who take care of themselves and who have lost weight? Yep. I do. It's about making a choice. It's about prioritizing. Our last several presidents, don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, I don't care what your politics are. Our last several presidents, every freaking one of them, I'm sure, has been extremely busy. And I know at least a couple of them who made time to work out. So you're not busier than the freaking president, and you're not busier than the owner of Amazon. So that's just a lie you tell yourself. And it really does go back to what you believe is your value and your worth. And if, again, I'll say it again, if you don't have that belief yet in yourself, then borrow it from someone else. The people who love you, who want you to stay around. They don't want to be at your bedside when you're in ICU. They don't want to be at your bedside when you're having bypass surgery. And I'm not trying to scare you, and I'm not joking either. I damn sure bet your body will make the time for that stuff if you don't make the time to take care of yourself now. So those are the two bigger lies, the biggest lies, and two different perspectives that I wanted to give you guys this afternoon. I really have to run. Please drop comments for me. You guys, I see some of you jumping on here. I am coming. I think I'm late. Yeah, I'm like 5 minutes late for my crew, so I've got to go. But please drop a comment. Let me know if this was helpful. If you have any questions, tag me in the comments, and I will see you guys later. Bye.